The next common protocol we're going to look at in our analysis is HTTP. Now, if you don't know what HTTP is by now, after being a network professional or even a common ordinary user, then you've probably been living under a rock for the past several years. HTTP is probably the most common protocol used on the internet. In fact, without it, our www world would not be there. Most of our web browsing takes place over HTTP, and it uses port 80 probably 90% of the time, although other ports can be used by any web server that we set up. Apache, IIS, and so forth can also use other ports, and all we have to do is tell our clients which ports they need to connect to get that particular web service. But as I said, over the internet, most web sites use port 80, so that's what you're going to see a lot of. We're going to look at a small HTTP stream. We're going to connect to a website and just see kind of how it looks. So you can see that just a simple connection to a website generates actually a lot of packets, a lot of traffic. So let's take a look. We're going to start our capture, and then we're going to go to a website. Let's go directly to the VTC.com website, and we're going to just look at a few things. We're going to click on a few links, a few courses over here we might be interested in. Our Understanding Encryption course, for example, or possibly a masterclass on instrument and VST instrument and effects. So we've generated a little bit of traffic there. Let's actually close our browser now and go and look and see what kind of traffic we generated. Let's stop our capture. Wow, we've got a lot of traffic here, and a lot of this is extraneous traffic. And what you've got to get used to is in a lab environment, the traffic you generate and analyze will be very clean traffic. It'll be basically what you expect to see. In a normal day-to-day use of the internet, though, you're going to see tons of traffic. Some of it you're probably not even going to know what it is. So that's why you've actually got to learn to sort through the traffic. That's part of what we'll talk about when we get more into the analysis part in a later session. But you've got to be able to sort through some of this traffic and kind of follow what you're after. You're going to have to learn to recognize various protocols and follow streams, follow communication sessions, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking for. So we've got a lot of traffic over here, and what we expect to see is a DNS query out. That's the first thing we see, a standard query for VTC.com and a standard response. So we've got an IP address for VTC.com. From here on, it gets a little hairy. We've got different other protocols going on the same network segment, so we can see a wide variety of things. But we're looking basically at the TCP sessions for HTTP. As you can see, there's a lot of put and get statements, or rather get statements in this case. And we've seen some reassembled PDUs going on, so there's some error correction going on, which, like we previously talked about with TCP. But we've seen a lot of traffic go on here. And if you look through here, you can actually see some of the protocols, stuff that's going on. We'll look down at the HTTP protocol here, just a piece of it. We've got a lot of HTTP commands going on, and if you understand HTTP and how it works, you will be able to follow that. But if you look, you can just kind of see some interesting information about the site we're going to. You can see it's a URL, of course. You can see what some of the content is, some of the directories that are listed on the site, its language, the local time and date it has on the server, and so forth. Keep alive settings, cookies, and so forth. So you can actually see a lot. What I want to do is show you this in the TCP stream, though. So you can just kind of see what happened during that entire web session. Just for that particular packet on, we see where there was a GET, and we've got the refer as VTC.com. We've got different options coming up from the web server. So we've actually seen a lot of stuff here. And believe it or not, you can actually put together several streams of an HTTP session and actually put together the entire website just about by looking at the directories. You can actually, and hackers do this all the time, you can actually map out essentially the web server by going through just a capture session and seeing where the user is going, what they're clicking on, and how the website is mapped out. So you can map out an entire site that way. That's one of the things you can do if, of course, you're inclined to as a hacker. There's all kinds of data you can get on the server itself, its directory layout. You can look and see what it's running, in this case Apache, the local time and date, keep alive settings, so forth. There's just so much you can get from the website capture. If we go ahead and look back at a few of the other packets, we're going to see, like I said, a continued stream here. We're going back and forth and looking at the different items that we're seeing from the website. A lot of the same traffic. So there's all kinds of things that you can actually follow through a HTTP stream. And it is a difficult analysis sometimes to do. But you'll see a lot of things that you may be looking for, and this can help you when you do a wide variety of things. It can help you troubleshoot, but it can also help you trace where your users are going. So you can also basically, follow this traffic and get an idea what your users are doing, and even performance. You can test performance to see how long it's taking to perform certain actions on a web server. So that's essentially just a quick rundown of HTTP traffic, just a quick look at it. I would highly recommend that you capture some HTTP traffic of your own and just kind of take a look and just see what it looks like. And your results may vary a little bit because you may see different things on different websites that you're not seeing during this demonstration.